Hey everybody, Mike here, Mike's Computer Tips. Today I'm doing a video on how to advertise for free. If you have a small business, free advertising is really good advertising. But there's a lot of ways how to do it, so I want to talk to you about ways how to do it. Now, recently I started doing a different type of advertising. And I'll explain to you what I do in a minute, but let me shut this off. Okay. Best thing to do is make some business cards. You know, you got to have business cards so you can give them to people. If you're doing a small business, you want to, and it's a service business, and you go around your area, and that's your location that you work in, you want to go around where you work and hand out business cards. So what I do is I take my phone, which everybody's always carrying their phone, okay, and you got a small business, and I go to different businesses, like in the mall, I go to the flea market on the weekends, I go to little stores and strip malls, just any small store, like a mom and pop, like, you know, not a chain store, like somebody that's got their business and, you know, if it's going to fail or succeed, it's going to be up to them. I'm not talking about like Burger King or any of those places. I mean, the lady that sells thrips, the lady that sells the candy in the mall. Actually, she's one of my best advertising supporters. So what I do is I go in and say, hello, my name is Mike and I have a Facebook channel, and I'd like to take some pictures of your store if it's okay, and put them on Facebook. I belong to like 25 different groups. I'll put you in front of about 100,000 people. And also Instagram. I have Instagram, so I'll put you on Instagram also. And it won't cost you anything. The only thing I ask is, you mind if I leave my business cards here at your counter? And a lot of times there'll be other business cards there anyway that people will leave. And 99% of the time they'd be like, sure. So far I only got one person that said they only let people advertise that are in their little area. But it's funny because when I told her I'll put her in front of 100,000 people, she says, oh, sure, you can put a couple. You know, her eyes lit up and it changed. So that's the thing, you don't have to pay. And, you take some pictures of the store. And then the last thing I do is I take a picture of the sign out front, because that's the first picture that I put on for the people. And then when I go home, I have all the pictures, and I just write down, go visit this business, and show them support, blah, 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 whatever you want to write. And then I add the pictures, and then I'll upload it to Facebook, and then I'll attach it to like 25 different groups that I belong to. And the groups are free, so you could join as many groups as you want on Facebook. So all you got to do is type in the top, where it says search, and write like, for me, I write like Brevard buy and sell, or Brevard small business. And then when that group comes up, you hit join. Sometimes you got to answer a few questions, but it's no big deal. It only takes a couple seconds to do that. And then you do that, and then people see that, they're looking at it, and most of the groups that I joined, and that's another thing, join groups that are nearby where you're located, or whereby the business is located, because, those are the people that are going to go there. You don't want to, in other words, you don't want to advertise for a company here, business here, that in a group that's like 25 miles away, because most likely they're not going to come. But here's the thing. Once I do the local ones, I'll even advertise in those places, just in case the people want to ever go there sometime. So the point is to join groups that are close by. And I tell you, you get a lot of referrals, and the people are glad. I mean, this could be a business in itself, just going to businesses and saying, hey, for $50 a month or whatever, one-time fee, I'll do this. But I don't charge the people anything. I just like to get my business cards in front of more people, and let the people know that, whatever your business is, what you do, they'll tell people too. It's like, that's how it works. And so that's one thing I do. And then if you talk to people, they don't even have to have a business. Anybody that you know, just say, hey, take my business card, in case you ever need any computer repair. I'll go to someone's house, work on their computer, because that's what I do, computer repair. And I'll say, hey, if you know anybody who needs their computer fixed, I'll give you a couple cards. Or sometimes they even ask me for some cards, because they may know somebody that knows somebody, like that. So I'll do that. And also keep a bunch of cards on you. When you go to the pizza place to get the pizza, leave some cards there, When I go to the yard to get mulch for my yard, I asked the lady, can I leave some cards? I didn't take any pictures, because the only people that go there, have big trucks. But hey, those people have computers too. So don't think that, this business won't need any of my service or will ever need it. That's not the way you got to think, because these are people too, and they know other people. And if your business card is right there out front, when they're doing business, like let's say the candy lady, okay, a candy store. I have one lady in the mall. Like I said, I just put my cards there and I advertise. And I only did it one time. And I have my cards there. And she told me the last time I was there, you got to bring some more cards. A lot of people are taking them. So I went back and bought some cards. And yes, I do buy the candy, The candy's good. Support the business too. Don't just, if you buy candy, that even makes it better, because you're supporting them financially, and you're also taking pictures of their business, putting it online, helping them that way. And your business cards are right there. They might even mention it if someone says something. Yeah, it's a friend of mine. I know that guy. Yeah, take a card. So other businesses are your friend. Don't look at other businesses as competition, because it doesn't work that way. Even in the computer industry, there's some things I don't do, and I refer them to other people that do it. Like, I don't solder motherboards, okay? So I know a guy that solders motherboards, and I'll refer them to him. But that's a great way to do free advertising. I'm not saying don't do any paid advertising. I do a little paid advertising, because that gets you in front of a lot of people on Google. But don't forget about any person you come in contact with, or any business you visit. Those are potential. They get customers all day long. So you want to get your card in front of them. And they may just grab your card, which a lot of people do. Oh yeah, I'll take this. Like, I was in a Italian place where I get sandwiches sometime, and that place is busy all the time. I mean, they're the best Italian deli in my town where I live in Florida. I didn't even ask them. I just took a stack of business cards and stick them there. And when I go there, I see my cards there. And they're real busy. And sometimes you got to wait for your order, and people are standing by there looking at the cards. So that's a good thing. The gym, that's even a better place. If you belong to a gym, just put your cards. Most gyms have a place where you can put your cards anyway. So make sure you have a bunch of cards there. And every time you go to the gym, check and make sure that there's enough cards there. If people are taking them, put a couple more. That's a really good way to advertise your business. Word of mouth goes a long way. And also, don't forget to put ads on social media too for your business. And I do that. I put ads all the time. because if somebody's looking for what I supply, what my service is, I want to be on social media in my area. So those same groups that I told you to join, those are also groups that you could advertise in. And I do that all the time. And also make videos like this too about your business. Let's say I have we'll use that candy store for example. I have a little small candy store in the mall, just for an example. Take your own pictures, do a video like this and say, come to my candy store, we're running specials. We have this special candy, we have such and such, whatever, and you'll be surprised. The people that are in the area are going to remember that, and when they go to the mall, they might just go there to that store specifically because of your ad, or they might just say, hey, I got to go to the mall anyway. And then they'll go in there and they'll do that, and they'll go to your store and give you business. So there's a lot of free options. Anywhere you see a place where you could leave business cards, where people are coming every day, leave your business cards there. Don't think that, there's some other ones here and no one's going to look at mine. Don't think that way. I even buy these little plastic stands where you put your business cards in. That makes them stand out a little better, and they're real cheap. They're only like $1 each, and you can get a really good deal. And believe me, if you spend money at a business, they don't mind you putting your business card out there, because that's how business works. Spending money here, your customers may want to spend money on my business. Those are some great options for you. And like I said, they're free options. Don't overlook it. I remember when I was a kid and I used to go to the supermarket, and there'd be a little, a bulletin board in the supermarket, usually while you're leaving. And there'd be a lot of little cards on there. Lawn care, if you need your grass cut, call such and such. And another one, I do taxes in my home. If you want your taxes done, call. Then there'll be the phone number. And, they get a lot of business that way. You'd be surprised. A little ad can go real far, because there's a lot of people that go to the supermarket, and they're going to go there anyway. And a lot of people look at that board. Oh, yeah, I need my grass cut. I'm looking for somebody, to do, my lawnmower broke. I need somebody to cut my grass. Or it could be any business that you have. I do pet sitting, Sometimes I go on vacation. I need somebody to watch my dog. I'm going to call this person up, and that might be a good thing. Free advertising is great. I've been doing it for a long time, and it does pay. People will call me and say, I saw your card somewhere, and I'm calling you about that. Or I seen somebody gave me your business card, and it really works out, especially where you're located. Like I said, start that where you live, and, just target all kinds of businesses, and it'll pay off for you in the long run. It's sort of like residual income, because your cards are always there, most likely they're not going to throw them away. So if you go back in a month to the same place, most likely you're going to see your cards there. And if you only see a couple, just add some more to it. And I even forget some of the places where I put mine, because I put my business cards in so many different places where I go. And, won't be afraid to ask the people, because 99% of the time they'll be glad. Hey, you guys going to put me on advertise for free for me? Sure, put your business cards here. Sometimes you don't even have to ask. You just leave them if you see a lot of cards there. But it's better if you put, I think it's better. It's like a win-win if I tell them, I'm going to advertise for you. People are always happy about that. And you'll be surprised. You'll make some good money like that. Free advertising is great. You know, people always ask what kind of advertising is the best, and the best advertising is word of mouth. One person telling another person. Do a good job for somebody, or you sell a product that somebody really likes, and they're going to tell somebody. You eat in a good deli or a good restaurant, somebody will ask you, "Hey, where's a good place to eat?" You're going to say, "Yeah, go here. They have good food." That's really a great way to market your business. Start out in the places where you normally go, or the just mom and pop places and small places all around, and you'll get business guaranteed. Might not happen right away, but sooner or later people are going to call you. So with that, I just want to say thanks for watching Mike's Computer Tips. And also I want to, like I said before, this video is about free advertising, but paid advertising is good too. Just don't spend a lot and don't get much back, you know. Be smart about paid advertising too. So I will talk to you later. If you're not subscribed to me, make sure you subscribe and like, share, and I'll see you in the next video. Mike's Computer Tips. See you later.